Hello, and welcome to Creating with Colleen. Well, I will teach you what to do. I may teach you what not to do, but I promise to teach you something. Today I want to show you these beautiful cards that I made using the free celebration set, All Adorned. Now, when I first saw this set, I loved that these two medallions kind of went together, but what I really fell in love with was this corner. I knew that I could make a box like this and just showcase whatever it was I put in that box. So I'll talk to you about the products as we go through, but I want to show you how I made these cards, and then I'll show you how this one is variegated. So I'll give you the measurements first. First, I have a piece of gorgeous grape cardstock. It is 9 3/4 long by 4 1/4, and I scored it at 4 1/4. This way, I have a nice square on the front of my card. Next, I have the black piece, and this is 4 by 4. I just usually go down in increments of 1/4 inch. And then this piece here, my whisper white, is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. Now on the inside of my card, this is all one piece of whisper white cardstock, and that is going to be 5 1/4 by 4 inches. And then my designer paper, you can use either side you want, but it actually comes from the Brights designer paper pack, which is sold as a 6 by 6 pack with all the collections of the bright colors. And we also have that for the neutrals, the regals, the subtles, and the in colors. So I think one of the best things that I love about Stampin' Up! Is just how the colors coordinate, the inks coordinate, the designer paper coordinates, because you're not just going to find that anywhere else, only with Stampin' Up! So let us get started. The trick to this card is having the Stamparatus, and it really is the best positioning tool on the market. It actually has 2 plates, but I took the one off because I only have this, and there are many, many different ways. I don't know if you know, this even comes off. So say if I was to stamp something going down, I can evenly position it down, but that's another video for another day. Right now I'm going to show you like this. So I just took the 3/4 inch cardstock and I put it here, and I do want to grab one of these magnets off the back. Must have one on the table. Here we go. But both magnets, you can see how strong they are on the back, and they're so strong I actually wrapped them with washi tape, hoping that they wouldn't be too crazy. But I promise you, your paper's not going to move. So I just butt this at the top, and I put it right here along this line actually, but I just like to put a little piece of a Post-it note there. And then I'm going to take the gorgeous grape ink, and I am going to ink up my stamp here, and then I'm just going to close it and apply a little bit of pressure, and then I'm going to pull it up. Then I'm going to slide that down, and I'm just going to turn this. So again, I just kind of put it in that corner, put that there to hold it. I will do that again. And in this video, I'll also show you how to do it on another size piece of paper too. Give you just a little bit of a different look. Again, okay. We have 4 corners, so needless to say, we're going to do this 4 times. And then here again. And see how beautiful this is coming together? In the sample in the catalog, they actually show it tone on tone, the same color cardstock with the same color ink. And it's hard to see it in the brochure. But when you see it like this, I simply think it's stunning. And it's quick. I mean, look how quick that went. So I have this here. I will close this. My Stamparatus has done its job. I'm going to set that aside. So I have this here. I am going to actually mount that onto my basic black cardstock, like so. And that onto my card base, like that. Now the other items that I'm using, I got a couple other things. This is our butterfly Gala, and it comes with this punch, this beautiful punch. And what's cool, just like the punch has two butterflies together, that actually is how your stamps are. When you pull it out, your butterflies are together. And that is so when you stamp them, you're going to punch them both at the same time. So I'm going to show you a couple tricks. And I do have to tell you, at the moment, this is March 1st, at the moment, the punch is not available. They had to turn the number off because it was so popular. But on or about April 1st, this will be able to be purchased again. These are okay. Like you can get the stamp set now, or in April, you can wait and get the two together as a bundle. But what you have to get now before March 31st is the All Adorned stamp set and then the designer paper that I used for the butterfly. This right here, and I will show you that. And the reason being, those are celebration items. So those items are only for a limited time, and you have to place a $50 order to get them. But then they're free, which is amazing. So do get that now, which would be the All Adorned stamp set. And then this is the Botanical Butterfly Celebration Designer Paper. And it is absolutely beautiful. I think what I love about it is that's the front, the back, the front, the back. So on one side, all these butterflies and patterns are in black and white, which goes with absolutely everything. And then the other side, it's just coordinating beautiful designer paper. So this one here, this is too cool because every butterfly on this sheet of paper, imagine a full 12 by 12 sheet and you get two, coordinates with the butterfly punch. So I want to show you how I punch that out because this little guy, if I did it on the paper, would be punching into all the other ones. So what I do is I just cut out a butterfly like this, and then I have to have something to kind of hold it into my punch. So I just take a little strip of Post-it note. I put it on the back of my butterfly, and then whenever you have something like this, you want to punch it upside down. So I will position him in here, or her, I've never figured that part out, and punch, and then I've got my butterfly for my card. So going forward, one of the things I like to do with the butterflies is, find my bone folder. I don't like her flat. She's beautiful. I want to kind of curl these wings just a little bit. Give a little pucker up like that. Makes her look real. And then I'm going to take one of our mini dimensionals and put it on the back. And see, there's where my Post-it note was, so I can just peel that off. So now my butterfly's in the center. Pucker her up. And I still think she needs to glisten just a little bit. So I am going to take our Wink of Stella, which is the best glitter around because it just does not make a mess, but it adds all the bling that you would want. I hope you can see this as it comes to life. That is probably one of the prettiest butterflies I've ever seen. Now to embellish the front of the card, I have been wanting to put on our mini rhinestones, but I didn't know where to put them. It was like, if I put them in the middle, I kind of lose the cross. If I put them here, it just wouldn't do it. So I decided to put it on the four corners there. So I'm just going to take and just put one. You really need something small. I don't do little well, so I love having my paper piercing tool to help me out. And this, between the Wink of Stella and my rhinestones, is just going to make my card bling away. It's all it ever needed. So let me show you the inside. So for the inside piece, I'm going to take my designer paper, and since I used the stripes on the other ones, I'll use my polka dots for this one. And so I'm going to take this piece of 1-inch designer paper and actually, oh my goodness, don't do that. Sorry. Remember I told you I'd show you what to do or what not to do? Well, being a previous drafter, that would drive me crazy. Anybody who stamps with me knows that. You got to at least have it straight. And part of it is I'm trying to put it on white. So as your eyes get older, they like a little bit of contrast. Much, much better. Okay. And if it's just a little too long, snip that off because I don't want any white showing. And then for the inside, I'm going to use that beautiful Butterfly Gala stamp set. So I will take my gorgeous grape and these really sweet words. And it says, "The good things in life are better with you." Hopefully you have lots of people you can tell that to. And then remember how I told you that your butterflies, I'll show you again in case you forgot, how the butterfly is actually one stamp because it's going to, see how that is? Because it's going to actually match up with the punch. I did take one of these and just snip it apart because I always like to decorate my envelopes and put a little something on the card. So with the Highland Heather ink, which coordinates great with the gorgeous grape, I just took the little butterfly. I put one there. And then, as I told you, you can't have any naked envelopes. You got to be the cool girl on the block. Then I can just take my butterfly and put it on here. And if I ever want to punch these two together, I'll just put them back on the same block. Doesn't matter that they're not attached. So for that, I'm just going to take this and put it on my inside. Voila. And I have this stinking cute little card. So I promised you I would show you how I made the variegated colors. And also let me show you how I actually mount that stamp onto the Stamparatus. So what I'm going to do this time, where this is a 3 3/4 piece, I'm going to show you what this image looks like on a 4-inch piece. So I'm going to get my Stamparatus back. And I'm going to clean it. Just get a baby wipe. Thankfully, I have a grandbaby now, so I'm never lacking for these little guys. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, of course, I'm going to try it with a 4-inch piece. So as you can see, that's not in the same position. And this is how I figure out where to put my stamp. You actually, and I hope my head doesn't get in the middle of the camera because you will see just how gray I am, but you know, I'm never going to color, so that's okay. So anyways, what I've done is I have my square here. Hopefully I'm pretty even. You guys do know I don't know how to edit, so it's what you see is real-time TV. Okay, so close enough. I actually put my stamp on the paper, and then I close it. And that's how I know where to put my stamp in my paper. So let me grab that magnet again. So again, just like I did before, I'm at the top and I'm on the side here. But this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to use 2 colors. So I'm going to take Mango Melody, which is a gorgeous color, and I'm going to ink that up, and then I'm going to take Calypso Coral. And with this, I'm going to take a sponge dauber and come along the edge. So I'm actually inking up the stamp with my sponge dauber. Alrighty. And then when I go to stamp it, put it down like that. I'm going to get this effect here. So let me do that again. Probably should have brought a paper towel to dry that too. But let me turn it around first. I'll put that there. Where was I? Mango Melody, okay. Some of the Calypso Coral, and I'll do that again. And it's actually coming out lighter. I hope you can see this. I'll hold it up in a minute because now those little pieces here are going to touch. They're actually not going to cross like the other one. I'll do it one more time. I don't know if I should have used a darker color so you could have actually seen it. But that's 3. And again, I'll hold it up when I'm done. And then 4. One more. tell you don't have to be careful. Okay. So if you really want a bigger space on the inside for the 4-inch, you can, because see, now it actually comes through and it touches. So if I was to do something like this, I could put some bigger words or a bigger image in there. And to do this, I would actually take my rhinestones. Since I do have where they touch, I think it would be pretty to just accent that part. Come on, baby girl. Come on. 1, 2. I always count with my grandbaby. So 3, 4. Okay. So see, if I was to do this, then I have this image with a 4-inch piece where they actually frame and touch. And then with the 3 3/4, they actually crisscross. But that's what I fell in love with when I was doing the all adorned stamp set. The minute I saw it, I just knew I wanted to have this framed piece that would accent everything on the inside. So don't forget to go for celebration. Again, with every $50 order, you get to pick an item for free, but it's only to March 31st, 2019. Go to my blog and you can order from there. But again, you definitely want to try to get the Botanical Butterfly Designer Paper before March 31st, and also the All Adorned stamp set. The Butterfly Gala will be there for you when you need it. So thank you so much for visiting. Thank you for letting me share with you today. I always enjoy it. And I just hope that all your days will be creative days. Thanks so much. God bless.